Well, it is an active day in the weather world today here in North Georgia, just not really so much in the way of rainfall, right? It is very dry out there. We have the red flag warning that is in place for this afternoon, and we also have the freeze warning that we've been dealing with, the really cold temperatures as that cold front made its way through here as we've headed throughout the last couple of days. I mean, we've had the really cold air just kind of sink in all across the region. I'm sure a lot of people turned on their heaters for the first time this season just last night. So this is our weekly weather update. We love to give an update every single Wednesday right around 2:30. We're doing it a little bit later today because we had some other things come up, but it has been a very, again, active day so far in the weather world. So taking a quick look out there at the airport, right now things are pretty quiet out there, not seeing any delays. Beautiful out towards Georgia Tech as well to start off our day. A lot of blue sky out there as we get our day going here on our Wednesday or well into the afternoon now. Now, as we head throughout the next 24 hours here, it's important to know that we're going to continue on with some of these colder conditions. We have a freeze warning that's in place. We're going to have temperatures down into the upper 20s, lower 30s as we head into the overnight hours tonight. That could kill or damage vegetation. That's not going to be cold enough for a pipe freeze, but I like to say, you know, whenever temperatures get this cold, not only protect that vegetation, protect people around you. There may be some neighbors that you have who may not have a way to stay warm. Maybe they don't have any blankets. Maybe they don't have any heat in their house. Make sure that they have a way to stay warm and stay safe this evening with the colder temperatures, and also protect those pets. Make sure that you're taking pets inside, giving them proper shelter whenever temperatures are this cold, and make sure they have water. That's a big one. You know, make sure that they have water that's not frozen in a bowl, because it's one thing to have water out there in a bowl for them, but then if it freezes over, well, then they can't access that water. So if you have any pets, livestock, of course, farmers, you know what to do. But just a reminder, make sure you break up some of that ice so that the animals can get to some of that water. Looking at the temperatures over the last 30 days, we've had a lot of big swings in temperatures, from dropping down to the 60s for highs, back up to the 70s to even 80s for highs. We had 85 just 2 days ago for the high. Yesterday only hit 64 for the high. Today is going to be even cooler. Temperatures right now sitting in the 40s and 50s across the region. That cooler air again really moving in from off towards our north and west. No rain out there at all. It is dry, and that's not just for us. Most of the southeast, other than very South Florida, a few brief showers for them. And across the United States as a whole right now, it's actually kind of quieter out there. We're not seeing a lot of rain activity anywhere in the United States other than the far northeast, getting closer on up towards Massachusetts. We also have a little bit of snow that's going on for some spots there closer on towards the Denver area. Now, don't forget, you can check the weather whenever you're on the go with the 11 Alive app. Temperatures right now out there in the 50s. They'll be dropping down into the 40s for the early hours of this evening, and then eventually to the 20s and 30s. 30s for most of us, 20s in some spots, especially far north Georgia, when you wake up tomorrow morning. So there's those winds out of the northwest that we've been talking about for the past week that we're going to be heading in our direction, bringing down that cooler air mass from far off to the north. They're going to stick around here over the next few days, and then we're going to start to see a shift in our temperatures back warming again as we head into the weekend and into early next week. Now, over the next 48 hours, again, temperatures tonight down into the 20s and 30s. It's going to be fairly cold, the freeze warning in place. We move into tomorrow afternoon, temperatures back up into the 50s for highs, lots of sunshine to go around. And then Friday, starting off a little bit warmer there, and then warming up nicely back into the 60s there as we head into Friday afternoon. That trend continues as we head into the weekend. Now, your overnight lows each night, 32 for tonight in Atlanta, 34 for Friday morning, and then for Saturday morning back up to the 40s, 50s for lows as we head into Monday. So I'll let you know it's a nice warming trend, and our highs in each afternoon are going to be nice as well. You'll be turning back on that AC maybe even by Monday. If your house is in direct sunlight, you know, you may need to turn on that AC. I think a lot of us will get away with not having to turn it back on, though, as we head into early next week. Now, it has been very dry out there. This is a look at how we finished up the month of October. More than an inch and a half behind, or actually, excuse me, right at an inch and a half behind on what we should have for the month of October. So it was a very dry month. You know, we've been kind of stuck in a drier pattern here more recently, and we're likely going to see that continue. Now, we have the drought that's in place. We also have drier air now, and with those two things combined, and then the fact that we have strong winds, we have a bit of a fire danger out there at the moment. Humidity stays low. When we talk dew points in the 30s, 40s, really 40s or less, we're talking about really dry air, and that's what we have at the moment. We have a red flag warning that was issued by the National Weather Service. You know, gusts could be near or even above 25 miles per hour this afternoon, so really strong wind, bringing in that cooler air mass, again, much drier as well. Dry air with low humidity, strong winds, and then the fact that we have had drought for a long period of time means that we have that increased fire danger through 8 p.m. tonight. Avoid doing any burning. Don't have any fires tonight either. I know the red flag warning is only until 8 p.m. That drier air staying in place. It's only until 8 p.m. because the winds are going to calm down a little bit tonight. But it's still going to be dangerous because the air is very dry, and then we also have drought. So current gusts out there, 21 miles per hour in Atlanta, 20 in Rome, 21 in Dalton, a little bit quieter in other spots. Again, tonight the winds are going to calm down a little bit. They'll be calmer throughout the day Thursday and on Friday, but we will still have that drier air in place. So things are still fairly good as far as leaves changing colors. That's the only good thing that we have going on with this drier air and the big cool downs. We now have moderate leaf changing colors up into the far North Georgia mountains. The Atlanta area, some spots starting to see that happen more. We'll get closer to peak, I'm sure, in the next 2 weeks. But here's the bigger deal. We do have drought out there still. We have extreme drought into far northwest Georgia. Some spots in severe drought there and moderate drought. The drought monitor updates every Thursday morning. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have the latest update. Meteorologist Chesley McNeil is going to be in giving an update on that. And he's going to show that map that is likely going to look even worse as far as the drought's concerned. We're going to have growing drought this week. We're going to see it again for next week because look at how much rain we're expecting over the next 7 days. We're talking less than 1/4 of an inch for everybody. So this trend of drier weather is just going to continue, which may mean that we could see fire danger worsen even over the next couple of weeks, just with the fact that we are lacking in the rainfall department. You know, September was the driest month of the year so far. 1.29 inches is all we got. 1 3/4 inches is all we got in October. October is typically our driest month of the year. And then for November, we're supposed to start to see our rain start to pick up a little bit more again. Well, we're starting off dry. No rain yet, of course. Well, it's just the first of the month here, or this Wednesday. But as we head throughout the next week, we're not expecting any rain. Hopefully we can finish the month of November through the middle portion and the end of the month and get a little bit more rain to put on the board because we are going to be needing it. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast over the next week, you see that we're going to be having lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s here over the next couple of days. Look at those temperatures really climb. Back into the 70s for highs for Saturday through Tuesday. Saturday, a perfect day, 11 on the wazometer, mostly sunny. No chance for rain, by the way, all week. You can see it there in the 7-day forecast with just that slight chance of rain on Tuesday. You know, it's great weather for contractors, anybody who needs to harvest their crops or anything still, because you can get a lot of outdoor work done right now. But though, you know, those of us who are trying to hope for a little bit more water for our front yards and backyards and everything, unfortunately, gonna have to keep using that sprinkler if possible, if you don't mind using it still, even though the temperatures are a little bit cooler, because again, it's looking very dry over the next week. Here's your 8 to 14 day outlook as far as temperatures are concerned. So we're looking beyond the 7-day forecast now. I always like to give people an idea on what the weather could be doing here over the next week. That way you can kind of plan for the week ahead, ahead of the next 7 days rather, from day 8 through day 14. And it looks like below average temperatures. That would be highs in the mid 60s this time of year. That would be below average. So we could be dealing with some cooler conditions here as we move into the middle portion of November, and then also the continuation of dry weather, below average rainfall there from the middle of November. Hopefully, though, again, for the end of November, we can get some better rain chances in here. Of course, we still have a lot going on in the tropics. You know, hurricane season continues until November 30th. We have a 50% chance for tropical development out in the Atlantic right now. If that system does earn a name, it would be Vince. So we've made it all the way through Tammy now as far as names are concerned. It has been a very active hurricane season in the Atlantic, and we still, again, have until November 30th. But you can see we're at a portion of the season now where things really quiet down, And that trend should just continue as we head all the way to the end. We're about right there. And then you see there's a little spike there sometimes towards the early to middle portion of November, and then things just really fall off as we head towards the end of hurricane season. Taking a look at your Peach State outlook, things are looking pretty good across the state over the next 3 days. Whether you're traveling to Augusta, Macon, Columbus, Savannah, wherever it may be, a lot of sunshine, and temperatures are going to be warming up each day. So back into the 70s for everybody there by the time we head into Saturday. That is going to be nice. And then looking at your weekend getaways, if you're planning a big trip for Friday through Monday, you know, it's just really cold this week. Maybe you're saying, hey, let's go down to Destin and try to enjoy a little bit of a warmer weekend. Still going to be fairly cool down there for the beach. 77 there for the high on Saturday and on Sunday, but a lot of sunshine, drier conditions, not only for us here in North Georgia, but across much of the southeast as we head throughout the weekend. So take those extra days, Friday and Monday, and enjoy some of that nicer weather. And then finally, your Georgia State Park forecast for tomorrow, tomorrow it should be absolutely beautiful conditions. So I hope everybody can get out there and enjoy it. It will be similar to what we had for today with those lows in the 30s and then highs rising back into the 50s. A lot of sunshine. Make sure that you're being safe if you're headed out there on any of those trails. So again, we love to do the weekly weather updates every single Wednesday, right around 2:30, and then every single Sunday at 11 a.m. Be sure to tune in. We'll love to keep you updated there. You can also download the 11 Alive app. Head on over to 11alive.com and you'll get forecasts created by our team of meteorologists, Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb, Meteorologist Chesley McNeil, Meteorologist Melissa Nord, and then Meteorologist Nicole Hartford and myself. That way you can stay updated on the forecast whenever you're at home, whenever you're on the go, ways that you can always be ready for whatever the weather may bring at you here across North Georgia. So also, don't forget to watch our shows starting at 4 o'clock now every day. Meteorologist Melissa Nord has your forecast at 4, and then Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb has your forecast starting at 5 all the way till 6:30, and then you can catch us on the ATL at 7, and then back here on 11 Alive by the time we get to 11. So have a wonderful week ahead of you. We'll keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive.